deliver welcoming remarks, please welcome Dr. Henry Kambafwile, the Director and Chief Executive Officer for NISIR. A big round of applause for him.
The guest of honor, Minister of Technology and Science, Honorable Felix Mutati, MP. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Technology and Science, Dr. Brilliant M. Havenzu. The NISIR Board Chairperson, Engineer Kawe Musonda Mutashi, here represented by our Chairperson for Research Development and Innovation Committee, Dr. Onesmus Munyati. NISIR Board members are here present. Director General, NAM Science and Technology Center from New Delhi, Dr. Amitawa. Executive Head, Africa Institute for South Africa, Human Sciences Research Council in South Africa, Dr. Palesa Sekejani, and private sector representatives, fellow researchers and scientists, media here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and delegates to this meeting, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, much better. So on behalf of the National Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research, NISIR, I am pleased to welcome you to this international consultative meeting on research and development and technology transfer for sustainable agriculture and food security in low-income countries. Guest of honor, Honorable Minister, here with us, we have colleagues who have come from India, from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, from Egypt, Myanmar, from Malaysia, from Nepal, from Mauritius, and Palestine. And the NAM Center, Honorable Minister, you'll be happy to note that over the years they have trained 105 scientists, researchers, and professionals from our country, Zambia. And the National Research Foundation, here represented by the Human Sciences Research Council, has trained thousands of Zambians in South Africa. And one of them, product is yours truly. And I see other faces around in this meeting who have been trained in South Africa. We also have colleagues from various institutions, Honorable Minister, within Zambia. So we have attendance from policymakers, decision makers, researchers, private sector, and those that would use technologies that will emerge from this meeting. So, Honorable Minister, I would like to welcome our colleagues from India, and I hope I don't butcher your language, Swagat. Swagat. Thank you. From Myanmar, Yosef Bade. From Malaysia, Selamat Datang. From Mauritius, Bonjour Kimanier. From Zimbabwe, Unoga Muchira. Muriboyere Jurisei. From Egypt, Ahlan Wasalhan. South Africa, Unjani, Sanibonani, Dumelang, Gonkelekile. And everybody, welcome to Lusaka, Zambia, and to this meeting. Honorable Minister, we are so grateful for taking time off your very busy schedule to grace this occasion. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank the local and international speakers that have agreed to take part in this consultative meeting. Guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in keeping the general theme, research and development and technology transfer for sustainable agriculture and food security, experts, local and international scientists have had and will have an opportunity to share experiences and scientific knowledge that aims to bring about meaningful, sustainable, practical change to improve agricultural production, improve risk management and mitigation of food insecurity, risk management and mitigation of the effects of the prolonged drought, especially here in Zambia in the face of climate change. Earlier on, Honorable Minister, we heard a very nice presentation from Egypt and an invitation where a presentation entitled Digital Agriculture in Desert Agriculture from Egypt was presented. It was very interesting to note that we have desert entrepreneurs, agriculture desert entrepreneurs. So it's something that we must learn in order for us to carry into the future. Honourable Minister, through the 8th National Development Plan, the Government of the Republic of Zambia has directed that in order to attain national development amidst many challenges, we all need to focus our energies on 4 pillars, namely agriculture, manufacturing, mining, and tourism. So while we aim to attain the aspirations of the 8th National Development Plan, we are challenged with a prolonged drought that has led to the declaration of a national disaster and emergency by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. The President, through institutions like ours, also directed that we must focus on short and long-term measures to stabilize the expected food insecurity. Honourable Minister, this meeting focuses on the agriculture pillar and aims to address selected topics, to address challenges. Honourable Minister, I wish to assure you that these will not just be topics for purposes of discussion, but as your scientists, together with our colleagues from the Global South, powered by your ever so present support system and policy guidance, we will distill out and extract as well as identify scientific technologies that are practical, that are affordable, that we can adopt, adapt, and develop purposefully, aiming towards transferring and diffusing to our people, not only in Zambia, but in each of the countries that are here represented. Ultimately, as your scientists and researchers, Honourable Minister, through this engagement, we intend to strengthen the quadruple helix, linking government, research, the agriculture sector, especially the small-scale farmers and society, so that together, Honourable Minister, we can address our current and emerging challenges effectively. Honourable Minister, as a scientist, we recognize as become obvious more than ever before that science and technology are the tools that humanity now needs in order to drive positive change towards socio-economic development. Guest of honor, distinguished guests, the challenges we're experiencing are not limited to droughts. We are equally challenged with diseased crops and livestock that have not spared us. This meeting, therefore, brings together decision makers, policy makers, as indicated earlier, researchers and members of the public under one roof to offer practical solutions for the current situation that we are faced with. Fellow scientists, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to encourage all participants to be active during the deliberations, as we have already seen, engage in knowledge transfer and investment in the knowledge space in terms of research and development. For those that have come from far, I hope and trust that you will find time to visit some of the tourist attractions in our country, Zambia. Tourism is very similar to research delegates. It's very similar to research in both, in the sense that we explore, we journey, we discover, we undertake, and we adventure, and I'm sure you will agree with me. Thank you very much. And my teacher, now he's my boss, Dr. Onesmus Munyati, who is representing the board chairperson, engineer Juliana Mutati, board chairperson.
Honorable Felix Mutati, Minister of Technology and Science, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Before I go into the speech that I'm going to deliver on behalf of the board chair, who had to travel to Seychelles yesterday, she really would have loved to have been here, but she had an assignment that she had to do. And she's here with us in spirit. I'm going to read her remarks, but before I read the remarks, since this is now being given with one day having been done, Honourable Minister, I want to reflect on day one, that the presentations that we received yesterday were of high standard, and all of them were very, very practical. They were not just heavy science, but they were actually presentations that were given with solutions in mind. And also to commend the participants who were very active and very engaging. So there already a high level of knowledge exchange in yesterday's presentations, and which continued this morning. So with that, I'm going to proceed to read, I'm emphasizing to read the remarks on the board, on behalf of the board chair. Honorable Felix Mutati, Minister of Technology and Science, Permanent Secretary, Dr. Brilliant Habezo, Dr. Henry Kambafwile, CEO, Director NISIR, senior government officials present, NISIR board members present, the representatives from the NAM Science and Technology Center, India, the representatives from private sector and NGO present, the representatives from the Human Science Research Council of South Africa, the representatives from all the academic and research institutions present, members of the press, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Guests of honor and distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the International Consultative Meeting on Research and Development and Technology Transfer for Sustainable Agriculture and Security in Low-Income Countries. I take this opportunity to welcome our speakers, many of whom have traveled long distances to be here and to participate in the Consultative Meeting for Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security. I'm informed that this is the first ever meeting post-COVID, and that the main objective of this consultative meeting is to discuss pressing issues and innovative solutions in sustainable agriculture and food security. I'm glad to learn that the topics under discussion were carefully selected and very relevant to our current climate and also environmental conditions. It is important to note that the need for a consultative meeting arises from the complex and challenging issues confronting the low-income countries, especially in matters of food security in the region and in Zambia, and Zambia is no exception. Distinguished guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, I've been informed that the platform have brought together local and international scientists from different disciplines to share knowledge and experiences. In my view, the convening of the meeting is very timely and is a very good approach that would later lead to great advancements in agricultural development in Zambia and beyond the region. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, enhancing agricultural productivity to alleviate poverty and further socio-economic development is key. I'm very excited to learn that science champions are keen to explore and advance evidence-based science and develop innovative technologies to tackle these challenges. In addition, NISIR believes in harnessing the power of building partnerships. This is an example of what I am witnessing today. I would like to thank our partners for supporting NISIR to host a consultative meeting. This is important because participants will share ideas with experts in specialized disciplines coming from different parts of the world. Keeping abreast of scientific and modern technology development is critical in different areas of research. Distinguished participants, the two-day interactive meeting should provide space amongst participants to come up with practical solutions to complex challenges faced by the world today. For example, climate change and food security is threatened. In addition, Zambia is listed among the low-income countries where vulnerable and marginalized populations are most exposed to the impact of climate change, including drought that we are currently facing. Guests of honor and distinguished participants, as I conclude, NISIR understands the importance of evidence-based science in the development of policies and regulations. We are confident that the science community will make positive contributions in the agricultural sector through improved science, technology, and innovation that is crucial to ensuring food security. Furthermore, on behalf of NISIR, I would like to thank the Ministry of Technology and Science, partners, and other key stakeholders for all the support that they've rendered to ensure that the consultative meeting is a success. I thank you and God bless you all.
Very good morning to all of you. His Excellency Mr. Felix Mutati, Honorable Minister, Minister of Technology and Science, Zambia. His Excellency Dr. Brilliant Habenzu, Honorable Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Technology and Science, Zambia. Dr. Munyati, Director of the NISIR Board, who is with us. Dr. Kambafwile, Director and Chief Executive Officer of NISIR. Dr. Palesa Sekijani, the Director of Strategic Partnership and Stakeholders, Human Sciences Research Council at Pretoria, South Africa. Distinguished coordinators and resource persons for the consultative meeting, foreign delegates from various NAM and other developing countries, special invitees and local participants from Zambia, distinguished guests, colleagues, and my dear friends. It is my distinct honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to all of you and address the inaugural session of this 2 days international consultative meeting on research and development and technology transfer for sustainable agriculture and food security in low-income countries, which is being jointly organized by the National Institute of Scientific and Industrial Research, Zambia, the Ministry of Technology and Science, Zambia, and the NAM S&T Center. At the outset, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to NISIR for graciously hosting this international consultative meeting. I'm pleased to mention that Zambia has been one of the very active member countries of the NAM S&T Center, and we propose to further enhance the S&T cooperation between NAM S&T Center and Zambia in the area of our mutual interest with the kind support and blessings of our Honorable Minister. We are very pleased because when the meeting idea conceptualized sometime in the middle of November, and then the final decision came just about 10 weeks back, and the way the NISIR team has executed the whole thing is beautifully done, excellent, and I'm really grateful. In recent years, the global community has increasingly recognized the urgent need to address the challenges confronting the agriculture and food security, particularly in low-income countries. With a rapidly growing population, changing and erratic climate patterns and situations, and diminishing natural resources, the task before us is formidable, but it is absolutely essential, it is unavoidable. Research and development play a very pivotal role in shaping the future of agriculture. Through innovation and scientific advancements, we can improve crop yield, enhance soil fertility, mitigate the effects of climate change and erraticity, develop sustainable farming practices, and incorporate smart agriculture tools and protocols in the developing world. Moreover, by fostering collaboration among researchers, technology providers, policymakers, farmers, and other stakeholders, we can ensure that these innovations are effectively disseminated and implemented on the ground. In view of the above, this meeting is being organized to share an overview of the research development, challenges in technology transfer, and other experiences and best practices in the area to understand achieving sustainable agriculture and food security. And it requires a holistic approach that takes into account social, economic, and environmental dimensions. Through a combination of lectures, presentations, interactive sessions, panel discussions, I believe that the participants of this consultative meeting will gain valuable insights about the immense importance of research and development and technology transfer in advancing sustainable agriculture and food security in the developing world, particularly the global south. The knowledge and approaches acquired here will be instrumental in shaping the policies and practices which can be transferred by all of you in your individual organizations and countries. Since most of you may not be knowing much about the NAM-SNT Center, I would like to mention that the Center for Science and Technology in the non-aligned and other developing countries, in short, the NAM-SNT Center, it is an intergovernmental organization which was set up in 1989 in New Delhi, India, through a decision taken during the various NAM summits, and currently has got 47 member countries from the Asian, African, Gulf, Latin American and European regions. And Zimbabwe is one of the very, very active countries. The center aims at promoting South-South cooperation in science and technology for collective self-reliance of the developing countries, with a special focus on helping our member countries in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal 2030. Over the past decades, we have facilitated knowledge exchange and collaboration among scientists and technologists through numerous international workshops, scientific meetings, roundtables, and training programs. We have successfully organized 95 international workshops and roundtables and 48 training programs so far, with participation from about 9,000 scientists, technologists, and policymakers from 130 countries. We have also implemented various fellowship schemes in partnership with centers of excellence in India, Germany, Pakistan, and South Africa on different SNT subjects. The center has also brought out 95 scientific publications, the last 7 having been published by the reputed international publishing house Springer Nature from the Singapore office. As we strongly believe in the merits of partnership, equitable duties and privileges of the stakeholders for the success for any joint program, the NAM-SNT Center has invited 12 experts and professionals from 10 NAM countries, namely Egypt, India, Malaysia, Mauritius, Myanmar, Nepal, Palestine, South Africa, and Zimbabwe, and also Zambia is very actively participating. In addition, NISIR has invited speakers and participants from Zambia, as I told, to take part in the event and through the various deliberations exchange information and expertise in the field. We are grateful to His Excellency Mr. Felix Mutati, Honorable Minister, Minister of Technology and Science, Zambia, Dr. Brilliant Havenzo, Honorable Permanent Secretary, and our director from the NISIR board for gracing the occasion today and providing us their thoughtful opinion and guidance in taking forward the subject of sustainable agriculture and food security for the benefits of the member countries in particular, as well as the global south in general. We are thankful to Dr. Palesa Sekijani, Director from the Human Sciences Research Council, Pretoria, for enlightening us with her views on this topic of immense global importance. I take this opportunity to express my deepest appreciation to Dr. Kambafwile, Director and Chief Executive Officer of NISIR, for his excellent leadership and guidance, and Dr. Kutemba Kapanzi Kakoma and her team for the untiring efforts and dedication which is fructified into this program. I would also like to thank our esteemed focal point in the member country Zambia, Dr. John Lokunde, Assistant Director from the Ministry, for nominating NISIR to host this important event. The NAM-SNT Center anticipates continued support from the Ministry for organizing similar scientific events in the future. I would also express my sincere appreciation from my colleagues from NAM-SNT Center, especially Mr. Madhusudan Bantopadhyay and other colleagues, for their constant efforts and commitment for the success of this program. In the end, I once again extend my warm welcome to our distinguished guests and foreign delegates in Lusaka. I hope that with their brief stay and busy schedule, our foreign delegates will also get some time to go around this wonderful city. Wishing you all a very successful interactive session and with great learning and knowledge sharing experience. I have 2 of my colleagues, Mr. Pankaj and Ms. Abhirami, with us. So anytime if there is any issues, please contact them. Thank you so much.
guest of honor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my task is a simple one this morning. It is to call the Honorable Minister of Technology and Science, Honorable Felix Mutati, MP, to come and give us his keynote address. It is now my rare honor and privilege to call upon the Honorable Minister to come and address us.
Thank you very much, and we may take our seats. What we saw a few minutes ago was a distinguished Zambian dance. A dance that brings together creativity and innovation, but doesn't happen by chance. It is an output of research and development. So what they have done is a demonstration of R&D. And that is cultural R&D. Everybody that spoke before me on this podium was Dr. something something. Everybody is a doctor. It just gives me hope, tremendous hope, that whereas the task that we have got may be formidable, may be difficult, it is not insurmountable. We have with us in Africa and elsewhere the capabilities and brains to be able to deal with the challenges that we face. So whereas the task is formidable, it is not insurmountable. The third thing which I've noticed is that we have diversity. We have people coming from various parts of the world. And my expectation is that this diversity that we're harvesting today should deliver an output that mitigates the various challenges that humanity in Africa and globally faces. And I think the solutions are within our hands. The Director General, NIMA, and let me just simply say all the protocols sincerely observed. I've been in many places, but none like this one, where you have scientists, researchers, innovators, and other creatives. It provides us the confidence that whereas climate change is battering food security and agriculture, climate change is lowering crop yield and creating instability and insecurity in our people. Climate change is delivering a sense of fear and hopelessness in our people, creating a sense that our people are reaching the end of the tarmac. But this gathering brings a dimension of hope that yes, there is a problem. In that problem lies the opportunity to harness the power of innovation and technology to create a new light, to create new solutions for our people. Because we understand that innovation is an opportunity and not a threat. We also understand that our challenges today are lessons to create a better future. In Zambia, our president declared a disaster, a national disaster. He declared a disaster that we need $900 million to be able to feed our people, to be able to provide power to our people, and indeed many other things. So when we talk about the effects of climate change, we are talking about dollars. We are talking about lives. It's not a conversation that must be taken lightly. For India, 900 million may not be significant. But given an economy that is just coming out of a debt restructuring, tightening the belt to try and crank the economy going forward, $900 million is a significant amount. My permanent secretary was shy to tell you what he has done to the rest of the people in the ministry by cutting expenditure in order to make the ends meet. So this change is not only affecting the farmer, it is affecting the economy in a very significant way. But what gives us hope is that you, the scientists, the researchers, and innovators, are not only equal to the task, but you have the ability to be able to bridge this pot of knowledge and the creation of practical and potent solutions to be able to create long-lasting opportunities for humanities. And we think in your journey going forward, don't be shy to advise policymakers that what we have may not work now. Let us reboot strategy, reboot policy, and put in place an enabling legal framework that addresses the effects potently of climate change, to ensure that we don't leave anyone behind. There is nothing much more embarrassing than hunger. It lowers one's dignity. It brings down the self-esteem of that individual. Simple hunger. And the responsibility that we have got as scientists is how can we address and reinstate the dignity of humanity through informed research, innovation, and deliver solutions that are simple but effective to be used by the ordinary person. How, for example, do we use technologies that are going to ensure that the limitation that we have got for water is used optimally to support yield, including the application of pesticide and fertilizer. That we have to do. And you, the scientists, know better than I do. How are we going to create technologies that create solutions in terms of mechanization, simple mechanizations for our people? All this is to create self-esteem to humanity. Sometimes you harvest, and we do know that technology does exist to preserve. But that technology exists not to everyone. Mostly it's with you, the scientists, in your big books. So what we are saying that the big books that you are reading and the big tablets that you have and the knowledge that you have does not belong to you, it belongs to humanity. There's no point saying I've got a PhD when you're not creating a potent solution to reinstate and conquer hunger. Surrender your PhD and start again. Because our imagination, some of us that don't have PhD, is that in you lies the answer. Now that answer must not be a rumor, it must be turned into a practical output. We unfortunately have people that have got competence and capacity to combine weights in terms of solution, but having zero practical output. So you can't say, for example, in Africa, that our agricultural issues and challenges cannot be resolved by ourselves. If you count the number of PhDs even here in Zambia, South Africa, and the rest of Africa, is huge. Yesterday I was with my colleague, the minister from Morocco. He was counting them in millions. And yet we can't feed ourselves. It's a contradiction. What is the value of that knowledge? It's better to be like me, an accountant.
That's it.
It's easier because we are not pretending. You PhDs have tremendous buzzwords. So that we cannot engage in a conversation at a fair level. You are always using this complicated language appearing to create solutions when you are actually creating hunger. We don't want to abandon PhDs. What we want is to ensure that those deliver potent solutions. Let's get motivated. We have PhD here, masters there, and all these things. Elegant people. And when they do the presentation, the charts on the wall, the world comes together and says, here lies the answer. But the moment you leave this place and walk across the street, is despair and hunger. Where is the innovation? Where are the solutions, colleagues? And this is not only in Africa. We have got India here. So all I ask, dear doctors, master's degrees, ordinary degrees, let that position that you have got be for humanity, not only yours. Let it deliver change. Let us not say we have got climate change and it's devastating us. Let's flip it and say, come climate change, because our PhD is going to face you head on. That is what we need to do. Give us pride. Give us confidence. So as you walk away, it feels even very heavy for my president to say, we have a disaster. Perhaps he should say, it's a disaster of PhDs that we must solve. But for me, I have confidence. My president has confidence that by coming together, by collaborating and working together, fusing the ideas from different places, you are creating new research. You are creating new solutions. And you're giving us hope that it is possible, that there is value in the PhD. Let us not walk away and say, what you possess as PhD is but just a mere rumor without potent solutions. When I see the table here, doctor. Impressive. And I know there are many. If I ask, how many have got PhDs in this room? Don't feel shy. Just raise your hand and say, no, I'm PhD. Look at you, you are not even embarrassed. I thank you.